Yo, what's up? Welcome to the Showdown. I'm trying to remember the name of the shows, man. We got too many shows now. We gotta to trim them down. This is the Showdown, and I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson, and I'm here live, absolutely, of course, with the homies Big Ed and Ways. What up, though, fellas?
What up? What up, though?
What's good?
What's good? The Nasty Boys are on the mishap, and I'm ready. I'm ready to get it on, man. I'm ready to do some fantasy football drafts. We had some. The fantasy football draft season is in full swing. It's in full swing. Let's call it what it is.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I
Hold
think I
And
got like 8 drafts in the next week.
on. I'm sorry, OG. Big Ed put up his bottle of Crown, and his camera decided to censor the bottle for us because every time he went to go up, that bad boy is blurred out. He's got his bottle of Crown.
oh, really?
There you go. I got a shot left for my birthday, so do my
Well,
shot, my last shot with y'all.
I'm gonna say this as far as birthdays go. Gotta give a big up to my son Evan, who turned 21 yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday, Evan!
Yeah, and we had a blast. Me and my nephew Richard, who's actually in our studio audience today, he may chime in. Um, he came in town from Dallas for it to help us celebrate. Dejan took the day off, and the four of us hung out yesterday all day, like all day and all night. And I am on fumes right now. I've had very little sleep.
Me as well. Me as well. Nice to meet you, gentlemen.
Nice
One of
to
the
meet
best
you.
nights of my life. Um, Great night. I haven't been in Detroit since I was 12. I'm 32 today, so imagine 20 years not in the city and then experiencing the best of it. So I don't know too much about fantasy football, so I probably won't speak too much on the podcast. But thanks for the introduction, Uncle Tim.
For sure, for sure, for sure. That's my boy Rich, man. That's Richard. Richard Cranford, Big Money. I call him Big Money Rich. Richie Rich. We had a great time yesterday. He is right. It was a day to remember, man. Epic day in my life, man. And Lord knows I've had some days over the years, but that was one to remember. I'm glad we were able to give Evan a 21st birthday that he will never ever forget.
Happy birthday, Evan!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You say you guys went up on a Tuesday.
We went up on a Tuesday. That actually came up in conversation. We played a game. We played a game, and it was fun. And that actually came up as an answer in the game that we played. So I'm gonna save it because if we do the show, if the What Up Though show happens this weekend, which is in jeopardy, I'm gonna warn y'all. Um, I would definitely play the game on the What Up Though show if we get to do it, but it's in jeopardy.
Okay,
It's in jeopardy. Saturday is out. So if and I've
Here.
got something that is burning for Friday, but it's right now I don't know if it's gonna happen, and if it does, I'm out because Saturday is already out. I can't move it to Saturday.
Yeah, same here. I got Ben's birthday is on Saturday, so I won't be able to do anything.
Yeah, Saturday I'm done. Saturday is over. It's booked. My 40th class reunion Saturday night.
oh, okay.
40-year class reunion, and that day we are doing our annual picnic for. We do an alumni, a Southwestern High alumni picnic, and so it doesn't matter what year you graduated, you're invited. So if it's Southwest Detroit, everybody comes out. Jalen Rose, all the big names that went to our school, everybody shows up, and it's crazy. It'd be absolutely crazy. So that's during the day, and then that night is our class of '83s thing. So yeah, I'm booked. Saturday is done, and
Okay.
again, I've got invited to something on Friday that may or may not stand. That's it, man. Fuck all that. Let's do a shot and get the party started.
There you go.
I'm I'm
Cheers.
I'm on very little sleep, folks. So excuse me. Charge it to Evan's birthday party. We had an all-day birthday party yesterday. Started at noon and ended at 2 in the morning.
Mm.
Them niggas hard all goddamn day.
I'm sitting here like, damn, you got to be happy that's he only gets one 21st birthday because after that, after my 21st birthday, I had to settle down on drinking. I barely drank for like 10 years.
Well, here's the deal. Here we all think we about to drink this nigga. We about to get this nigga fucked up, and that nigga drank us under the table. He didn't even seem like he got buzzed. We was all fucked up. We cussing each other out and all kind of shit. This nigga just chilling. Like, you want to do one more? You want to do one more? God damn! What the fuck are you? This nigga is Iron Man. Shit. But anyway, man, talk to us, Waves. What's happening with us?
All right, so it's the showdown. So we're gonna start this off with some fantasy football, and then
It's the showdown, and we don't never slow down.
exactly.
It's where it go down, bitch. Take
So,
the bitches to the hoedown.
all right, so this past weekend we had two drafts. We had the Chinese corruption draft, and we had the mini money.
Yeah, and Rich got it smelling like weed in here, and he just spilt weed all over my floor, and all over. God damn, Richard. Anyway, yeah, we had those two. So I had a good draft for the Chinese corruption until late in the draft when I accidentally selected Kyler Murray over Jordan Love. I did that totally and completely by accident, and I got to live with it. And I'm gonna hold out. I'm just gonna hold on to him for now, see what happens, and as we get closer, because shit happens in preseason. So that's why I'm not making no move yet. I'm gonna hold on and see what happens throughout these next couple weeks, and right before, as we get closer to the season or after season starts, then I'll probably be going to see who I want to replace him with, or if I just want to hold on to him and see what happens. I don't know yet, but yeah, that was a total and complete mishap on my part. But it was for backup quarterback, so I'm not totally like feeling horrible. But yeah, I accidentally picked Kyler over Jordan Love. That was not my intention.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. With the exception of one running back, I pretty much got the exact team I had wanted to get, knowing
Yeah,
the different strategies that were going to be at play. And yes, Johnny, I do pay attention. I learned his pattern, and he led me right into my exactly what I wanted.
okay. I noticed Ways it has an unorthodox style, so I think you could have got them players. I think you reached early for some guys you could have got later because you think outside the box, and that's cool. What you got to learn to do is start knowing that you're thinking outside the box, looking at somebody other people ain't looking at, and grab them later
Oh yeah,
and get more value early. And get more value early because you know you got so those off the wall picks are good value late value picks.
right.
But you was reaching early. I was like, God damn, already? I don't know if that motherfucker would have got drafted, leave alone this early. But
Yeah, I
I
think
but I
thank
know
you.
who I'm listening. I know who I was watching. But I was like, I was sitting there going, yeah, that's a Wade's pick. That's a Wade's kind of pick. He always outside the box.
Oh yeah.
And Big Ed, what you thinking, Big Ed? He looked like he got something to say.
No,
It's
are
blurry.
we talking about the mini money draft now?
No, we was talking
Oh
about Chinese corruption. Oh, you wasn't in Chinese corruption?
no, no.
Okay, well, go ahead. What you got to say about mini money? Mini money,
Hey, that's gonna be a fun league, and Carlton can go on with all that bullshit about he going 17-0
Oh
Yeah.
man.
because he's projected to lose his first game.
Yeah, Carlton is not going 17-0. We can let that go. But you know what? Like I said then, and I'll say it now, he gonna let that go week one.
Hmm.
Yeah, we'll kill that 17-0 dream early. Don't even worry about it,
Yeah,
Carlton.
because he come up against the nasty boy week 1.
Yeah, he's not going down. You're going down. Um, Speaking of Chinese corruption, so me and Johnny had a little bit of back and forth, Johnny the mechanic, because first of all, I want to address the Dynasty League real quick because Johnny is making excuses for being a piss poor Dynasty GM. Every dynasty league he's in, his team is trash. He's a terrible, piss poor dynasty GM. He's good at the redrafts, but at dynasty he's trash. Yet he tries to act like he's some kind of authority where he can tell somebody how it's supposed to work. Who thought it's supposed to be a dynasty league? Supposed to mean it's going to be the same all that? No, it means you have the same team. It doesn't mean that rules can't be changed. It doesn't mean that the rules can be amended. Things can be tweaked, things can be adjusted. What sport in real life do you know has not made rule changes?
None.
None.
And we're talking football. They making rule changes now. You can't hand off forward. You can't do the shit the Philly was doing last year when there's 1 yard. They change rules all the fucking time.
Hey,
Every
they,
sport. You keep
they,
it means you keep the same team. It doesn't mean we have to keep the same rules. So there was a rule tweak, and it did go to a vote, and the vote was that we were going to use a super flex. That vote happened in year 1. Last year we had a super flex. It is not new for this season. It was new last season. The league is only three. This is only the third year. The league is only 2 years old. We had 1 year without it and 1 year with it. But you just want to cry and moan and bitch it all the goddamn time. So let the shit go. You ain't shit. Your team ain't shit. And I can't wait to beat the fuck out of you. And I can't say it on Facebook because they gonna fucking put me in jail. But right here, I'm telling you right now, fuck your team. Fuck what you talking about. I'm gonna beat the shit out you like you stole something. And I want you to just shut the fuck up and take this ass whooping like the man your girlfriend is. Next.
next topic.
All right.
Tell us how you really feel.
I need a quick drink for that, but that was good. Woo. Oh, I wasn't ready. All right. So, fantasy related. How does the NFL preseason affect the way you go about your strategies and the mindset you go into for fantasy football?
Well, most of the drafts are happening during the preseason, so it's not really affecting my strategy too much unless I see some players standing out that I want to look out for on the waiver wires, either the waiver wires or in free agency. But it always brings out some diamonds.
For me, it is something that, and I that's why I love to keep my. I used to always do my drafts. That was before I was this fantasy junkie that I am now, and I'm in a million leagues. So I used to always like my drafts to be late, or as close to the beginning of the season as possible, because I like to see how preseason plays out. Because too much shit happens in preseason. Motherfuckers get hurt.
Yep.
Some motherfuckers come out of nowhere. Somebody that you had ranked low, all of a sudden you look at as a higher with a higher ranking. So I just pay attention and just amend. I keep my same strategies. I'll put it this way: I have strategies based on how the league is structured, based on how the league scores, and then from there, every week I readjust before as close as I can to draft day. I readjust that list based on what new information I have based on whatever happened over the course of the last week. Be it a preseason game, be it something that happened in training camp, be it something that happened, or be it something that's just in the news. You never know, right? So because so much shit happens, I can amend my list as far as my draft or as far as how I order the priority of my players based on their performances and what I see, what new information I have. But my strategy doesn't actually change. My
No.
strategy doesn't change. It's like, for instance, if I'm hot on tight ends in this league because I feel like the way the league is set up, tight ends will be important. I'm still going to be hot on tight ends. I just might reorder which tight ends come before others, the order in which they come, based on what happens, what information I have, what happened that week. But I'm not going to change the position importance of the strategy in that manner.
Yeah. For me, it's a little different. That's my time to find my sleepers to see who the real diamond in the roughs are. Who mid-season when there's players going down left and right, who's going to be that one that can step up and finish that season off strong for me and bring me to a championship. You know what I mean? That's where like KJ Osmore came into play. I saw him during preseason and he was on fire. He was looking great. And then later on in that season, I picked him up probably about mid-season, and he damn near brought me to a championship because when Adam Thielen went down, he was going crazy. So I look at preseason to see those second and third string guys that have the potential that during that season could become something and do something.
And I guess my outlook on that is a little different in that um, the way I see it is that I uh, I pick out I put a hot 200. Out of my top 200, I should normally be able to build my team, right? And again, based on new information I have over the last week, I readjust that top 200 list.
Mhm.
And I feel like I've got my sleepers.
Oh,
They're already there. They're already within that top 200. They fit. And whether somebody new finds their way into that mix, that's based on that information I got over this past week,
yep,
right? So the late picks are who they are. Some of them are sleepers. Some people might consider them sleepers. I may not. I might think y'all should all be seeing this dude.
yeah, they should be on your.
But not everybody does because not everybody is putting their list together in the same way that I am. So therefore, there's going to be some differences, and that's the beauty of this game. Is
Right.
that some people gonna see it differently than others, and it's not doesn't make one better than the other per se, because a lot of it is skill, but a lot of it's still the luck of the draw.
See,
I don't want that guy that I picked in the second round to not be able to perform,
Yeah.
right.
to get hurt game 3 of the preseason.
See, I like to use the preseason to find the players that I'm going to use in the bye weeks. You know what I'm saying? Or in case of an injury.
Good luck with that. I'm serious. Good luck with that. I don't. I'm just again. I'm going my top. I got my top 200 list.
Right.
The average fantasy draft is going to get after 156 players. You've pretty much got a full roster of offensive players
Right.
after 156 players.
Yeah.
So good luck with that. I mean, if I didn't find who I'm gonna need to fill those gaps in those 156, and sometimes you don't because when the season starts, everything changes again. New information changes every week, especially week one. Week
Right.
one always finds at least there's always somebody that everybody's scrambling to the free agency to get after week one because we didn't see him coming, right? And there's always somebody sitting on your bench that ain't as good as that guy you scrambling for, right? That's all. He's always there. He's always that happens every single year, and that's okay. So no, I'm not. I feel like a strong draft is important because all I want to do when the season starts is to be able to just find that guy, find that filler. Somebody gets hurt and in a position that I'm not as strong in. Who do I fill that space with? Who do I, because I got the replacement for my starter on my bench.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for nothing special in preseason. All I'm looking for in preseason is more information. What information is going to reorder my top 200 list that I'm already sitting on? I
Yeah.
said it the minute a draft, a minute a league is set up, and the scoring settings are set up and solidified. I create a top 200 list based on for that particular league, and from there I just tweak it every week based on new information. That's all preseason is more information to
Yeah.
me. I ain't looking for nobody. I ain't looking for nobody in particular. I ain't looking for nobody for any particular. I ain't looking for shit. I'm looking for information. That's it. That's all.
And see, that's
I
I
ain't married to none of these niggas, even if they on the 49ers. Now, when we talking real, when we talking foot NFL, I'm a 49er fan and I'm only interested. But when it comes to this, I do this because I have a process that keeps me from being married to my favorite team.
yeah, same here.
Right.
Same here. And that's why I try to stay away from as much Vikings news as possible, unless it's obviously something significant that needs to be thought
No,
of.
I'm paying attention.
Yeah,
I'm paying attention. I'm just not using it. I'm just not using team specific news for fantasy purposes.
exactly.
But I do pay attention. And I'm in Detroit, so I'm gonna get Lions news. And I'm a 49er fan, so I do have access. I do get 49er news alerts.
Absolutely. But at the same time, like I look at preseason for information just for a different uh objective, I guess. I'm using
I
that
got you.
information for something different from what you are. But yeah, I agree 100%. Preseason's all about that info. That's what's gonna end
Yeah.
up boom or bust for you going into the season. So now we're on to some news. We're gonna
Okay.
start with the sad news
You
right
got a
off.
delay for some reason. So,
I do.
yeah, you look like a Chinese movie.
Oh shit, my bad.
Damn you! You're my teacher.
I'm just over here trying to.
You kill my teacher.
I'm just trying to live my dream.
You're my teacher. Get up. Live my dream.
So there's been news or there's been information released on what killed Ray Lewis III, Ray Lewis's son. It was an overdose
Damn.
due to a mix of fentanyl, cocaine, and meth.
Damn.
Yeah,
And I'm not 100% surprised. I'm not. I'm really not. And Rich, I don't know if Rich, if you're still listening, man, you can come on in. I kicked him out because he was walking in as I was talking, and that was creating noise behind me. So, Rich, if you're still listening, you can come on in now. Yeah, I'm not 100% surprised, unfortunately.
Man, the fentanyl killing everybody.
Exactly.
Everybody. Lil Boosie did an interview with Vlad TV like not too long ago, where he said he'd rather people go back to smoking crack
yeah,
than to fuck with that damn fentanyl because it's killing everybody.
Okay. I'm not going there with him, but okay.
Oh, I'm not either, but I'm you know shit.
I'm not going there, but I hear you.
yeah. I honestly have nothing to say on the matter. It sucks. You know what I mean? So it sucks anyone lose their life that way. So we're gonna. Did you have something to say, OG?
No, not at all.
We're gonna jump right into something a little different than what we normally do here on the Showdown. We're gonna list off our top 3 greatest of all time sports athletes. Period.
In all sports,
All sports, not just
that's tough. That's hard as hell. I'm gonna go with Dylan. Dylan. um, damn, that's tough, man. Because there's when you cross sports, there's so many different dynamics that come into play.
yeah.
So I'm gonna go Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson, and Terrell Owens. And I picked those 3 because I've seen them exceed at other sport, more than one sport. If I'm
Yeah.
going just overall athletes, I've seen Terrell Owens dominate basketball. I've seen Dion and Bo play professional baseball.
Yeah.
At high level, at a very high level,
At an
World Series level.
I was
at
gonna
an
say, Michael
extremely high
Jordan
level,
played professional baseball too.
all-star level. Huh?
I was gonna say because if we don't differentiate that part, Michael Jordan played professional baseball too.
Semi.
He
He
played
did
semi.
not play in the MLB.
Ooh, okay. He could even make it.
Yeah, he played
Not
double
played
A, I think it was.
Yes, he did not play in the MLB.
Okay.
I'll agree with you on Deion Sanders. That was one of mine. And right now, watching Shohei Ohtani play baseball,
You know what? You know what?
he's
Don't
got to
even,
go on that list.
don't even see now that if we change the question to dominant at your sport, you're just saying top 3 athletes overall. That's what made me say, okay, I'm looking for 2 sport athletes that are 2 sport stars. If we're just talking about overall, just dominant at their sport, you are right. Shohei Ohtani is on the next level.
Yeah. And
He
then,
is right now probably at the top of my list.
yes.
Hmm.
Yes. I mean, he's more dominant than Babe Ruth was
Easily.
right now.
He'll say no, but he is.
So,
He'll
and
say
then,
no because nobody beats the Babe, but he's better than the
Even
Babe.
though it's happened several times now.
no, because Shohei Ohtani is the first 2-position player
Babe Ruth was.
since Babe Ruth.
That's doing as well as he's doing.
Yeah.
That's dominating like he does.
Yeah.
He dominates at every position he plays.
Yep.
Shohei Ohtani is another level right now.
And thinking of 2-sport athletes, I'm gonna go with Tony Gonzalez.
Okay, because he's a baller too. Yeah.
So he did it in basketball and football.
Yes, he did.
I don't have any 2-sport athletes that I know of. For me, I had Michael Jordan, just because growing up, it's kind of hard to deny it that my era was all about Michael Jordan. Mike Tyson, and then Tiger Woods.
I'm not mad at that list. I
No.
can do that. I ain't mad at that list at all. Like I said, if we're talking just dominant in your particular sport, yeah, I'm going to say Shohei, Tiger, and Joe Montana. I gotta get a 49er in there if you know that.
Hey, I ain't got no problem with it.
No, that's a good list too.
Yeah.
Or Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
No, but I'm Joe Montana. I'm sorry, Jerry. Jerry, Jerry. I got a Jerry Rice jersey, so I'm not hating on you, Jerry, if you watch. But I'm all about Joe.
All right, so undisputed,
Undisputed.
2 co-hosts. During the week, you got Richard Sherman joining up with Skip, and then on Fridays, you get Lil Wayne with Skip.
I'm not surprised by either choice. First
Me
of all,
neither.
we
I
had
called
it. Oh no, you didn't. You said
I did too.
No, you said
did
he
too.
wouldn't do. You said he wouldn't do Sherman. You said he wouldn't do Richard Sherman because
I
you
didn't
don't
think
like
he
him.
would, but I
And
did
that's what-
say Richard
exactly,
Sherman.
Exactly. So that means you didn't call it.
But
If you
I
didn't
did
think
say
you would.
Richard Sherman would be the perfect one.
You didn't call it. You said no, and I said no. That's that's something Skip would do. Now all of a sudden you called it when you said you called he wouldn't do it. Is what you called.
I said he'd be the
Give me
perfect
that.
one,
You said he wouldn't do it,
but I said he'd be the perfect one.
but you said he wouldn't do it. That don't mean you called it. You didn't call it if you said he wouldn't do it, and I said that seems like the type of stuff he would do. He liked that because that's debate. I want a guy that I always disagree with. That's how Shannon thinks. I mean, that's how Skip thinks.
Yeah.
And him and Lil Wayne, on the other hand, are close friends.
Yeah, they're best friends, damn near.
Yeah, that's his boy.
Remember, he did the opening the first take, then he did the opening the Undisputed,
Yep.
and according to all reports, he's done another opening the Undisputed.
Well, he's gonna do the new one. I'm sure he's gonna do the new.
Oh, apparently it's already recorded.
I'm sure it has because last time he was saying skipping Shannon, so he had to change it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure he did a new one. I'm sure.
So
That's his boy, though. I mean,
I didn't see in the article. Did it say
drive-
when it's coming back
Skip,
on? Or?
When Skip go out of town, he drive Lil Wayne's cars. You know, I mean, that's his boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, he gonna lean on that. He gonna definitely lean on that.
I know they did say they were taking a 1 month break. It was, so they should be coming back on air pretty soon here.
It's been more than a month.
I know they were talking about August, so I'm guessing they're going to
Wait.
be on air.
Yeah, I'm
soon.
sure it'll be soon. I'm sure it'll be soon. I mean, September is when the fall is when new shows start up on a regular basis. So they'll probably be back in the fall, I'm sure, or sometime close to football season. Football season's coming. They'll be back before football season. Better
Oh yeah.
count on it.
I can
Yeah.
see,
Skip's got to talk about the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
even though Dak is an interception machine this season already.
You know what though? The Cowboys don't look bad. I ain't gonna front. I'm not a fan. I am the opposite. Whatever the opposite of a fan is, a hater. I'm not I'm not really a Cowboy hater. I just don't like. Well, I guess I'm a hater.
No, speaking of the Cowboys, though, you guys hear Anthony Barr's
Now wait a minute. I'm gonna say this. I'm sorry. Waves. I was taking my glasses off. Rich is a Cowboy fan.
Oh boy.
But he's not listening anymore. He's upstairs talking to my brother Thad. So Rich likes to talk, but he is a Cowboy fan.
Oh,
So-
I feel sorry for
No, I am listening. I'm out here with Booger. She eating me up out here, man. Booger is eating me up out here.
Booger is the dog. For those that don't know, Booger is the dog.
But yes, I am a huge Dallas Cowboys fan, faithfully. I know we don't
I'm
have
sorry.
a great quarterback.
I'm
But
sorry,
every
Rich.
year I still believe
Rich,
we
wait a
will
minute,
win the Super Bowl. But I know we're not. But I believe we are.
I'm
And
sorry.
that's the great thing about being a Cowboys fan. It allows you to have that skill to know something, but also believe something totally opposite.
Well, hey, you got to remember, Waze is a Vikings fan, so he knows
Nigga,
that
you're a
feeling
Bears
all too
fan, so
well.
what the fuck you talking about?
Hey, we've won. We've at least won.
but that doesn't make their fans delusional.
This motherfucker going back to. May I repeat that I'm having my fucking 40th class anniversary this weekend? In 80, that was 83. The Bears won 85. That
Hey.
means there's been 38 years between now and your last goddamn Super Bowl. Shut the fuck up.
But the Vikings lost 4 in a row.
That's all right.
and
They
they ain't
won.
been the one since.
They
No,
won the division last year.
one thing you won't say,
They gonna lose it this year.
what you
I ain't
won't
gonna argue that. They might. But the Bears ain't gonna win it. The Bears
But
came
neither
in
are the
last.
Vikings.
The Bears came in last.
look.
Yeah, we're not coming in last this year.
I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna go with you there.
I am.
We'll
Who
see.
coming in last?
The Packers.
I don't know. I think Jordan Love gonna surprise niggas.
Same here. Same here.
They're gonna do it again. They're gonna do it again. 3 straight. From Brett to Aaron to Love.
Jordan, you know what's gonna happen? Jordan Love gonna come out there during the Bears game. He's gonna say, "I just signed the adoption papers. I'm your daddy now."
Oh,
We'll see. We got them game 1, so we'll see.
Y'all got him get. Oh, that's gonna be worth seeing.
Hey, it's time
That's
to.
gonna be worth seeing. Justin Fields is Justin Fields. You know what? I stand correction. I stand corrected rather. I have to. I have to. I was watching one of the old off-season episodes
Mhm.
when we were talking about who might have a breakout season this year, and Big Ed said Justin Fields, and we shot him down. But I'm starting to think he might be on to something. Justin Fields definitely got an opportunity to have a breakout season.
I'm telling you, they put pieces around him to protect him, to get the ball, to. Man, they made some changes on that offense.
Oh, hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. During this mini money draft, you pissed me off because Justin Fields was right there.
Yeah, your shit. I had to take him.
You picked 2 picks before me. I'm like, nah, he gonna go running back. I'm gonna steal Justin Fields.
Shit, no. If Justin
Justin
Fields is
Fields,
there,
I was like, God damn.
hey, there's a points per carry league, and Justin Fields carried the ball a lot.
Yeah. But no, Justin Fields, I think is gonna. It's looking with.
I think.
DJ Moore,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Wade. I'm sorry.
him and DJ Moore's connection now, and the way they have chemistry. Justin Fields is going to be a threat no matter what kind of league scoring you got.
Yep.
Justin gonna be a threat. I mean, he's definitely a threat. But I do believe that Jordan Love is very underrated right now, because the difference between Justin Fields and Jordan Love is we don't know what to expect from Jordan Love.
Exactly. He's only played 3 games his entire
It ain't enough tape on him. They got tape on Justin. They ain't got tape on Jordan. Not enough.
No.
Not enough. That's what makes him a little dangerous. But you know what though? That mini you mentioned it. That mini money league is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a fun league. I think it is. I like it better than coin flip idea. Now let me rephrase that. I love the coin flip idea if I had a platform to support it,
Right.
Yeah.
because it's too hard to manage. I was fucking up and picking players from the wrong conference. So if there was a platform to support it, that league would work.
Yeah.
But without the platform, that league was terrible, and it was a nightmare as a commissioner, especially as a commissioner that was in another 20 leagues. That shit was a nightmare to manage. It really.
Yeah.
But if I ever find a platform that can support it, I'll bring coin flip back. But mini money, I think, is the most underrated league we got going this year.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be fun seeing how effective these running backs are, and it's gonna change people's strategies going forward.
I was watching the draft saying, this nigga ain't paying attention. This nigga ain't paying attention. Then I was paying attention. I was watching the draft going, no, you ain't paying attention. You not reading. You don't see the scoring. You are not paying attention to what's happening with the scoring settings. I could tell the people that read the scoring settings and the people that didn't, because there's a huge difference in this league, more so than any other league I'm in.
Yeah.
And that's why my
huge difference.
My very last pick in that draft was, I think, going to be the league steal of the steal of the league and the steal of the draft in Tank Bigsby.
Was who? Tank. Oh, okay.
Tank Bigsby for the Jags.
Hank
Uh,
Bixby was a good pick. Yeah, that was a good pick. I thought it was funny that the Mr. Irrelevant was Brock Purdy.
right.
I found that funny. But Will White picked Brock Purdy. He's also a 49er fan, so big up to Will.
You know
The
what?
only SWV, well, not the only one, but the dopest SWV player there is. He don't even belong. It's like he doesn't even belong. He's too good to be with them.
Kind of
Anyway,
like Busta Rhymes with the leaders of the new school.
yeah, he's the Buster Rhymes of the leaders in the school. Yeah, he is the Tupac of the outlaws.
Snoop Dogg of the Dog Pound.
He is Snoop Dogg of the Dog Pound.
Man, we could go
Even
on and
more
on.
exaggerately, he is the Biggie of Junior Mafia. Yeah, he is
Oh,
the 50 Cent of G Unit.
He's the
I-
Scarface of the Ghetto Boys.
Ooh, now they ain't good enough to be Ghetto Boy.
yeah, he's basically the Ice Cube of the West Side Connection.
Oh yeah, there you go. Now you're cooking with Crisco. Now you're cooking with Crisco. That's it.
All right, so have y'all heard about the verdict on Henry Ruggs for a sentence
Yes, I have.
3 to 10 years, up for parole in 3? Uh, have you heard about what O.J. Simpson had to say about it?
Say it. Just tell us.
He said it was too light of a sentence.
I agree with him. He's the wrong person to say it, but I agree with him.
He agrees. Yeah, I agree with that. But he is definitely the wrong person to say about it. But he did make sense of why he said it, because he was comparing it to his robbery charge, trying to get his stolen property back.
Well,
And
he got 30 years
yeah,
for stealing his own shit. No. What the fuck? Then y'all stole my, and I'm just coming to get my shit back, and I get 30 years? Are you out your fucking mind? And this dude got 3 to 10 for killing 2 people as a drunk driver? Come on now.
Shit,
That's
I got it.
for vehicular homicide. You get 3 to 10? Yeah, that's a blessing, baby. I ain't
Shout
mad.
out.
Don't get me wrong. God bless you, Henry, Mr. Ruggs. God bless you.
It
But
shows you what
you
money
got
can
away
get you.
with you. You got a blessing there, bro.
It shows you what money can get you.
it was,
Because
what got him that is he spent the last year doing mental health therapy to go through it, and that was part of what was going to give him a reduced sentence. And so that's why he ended up with that possible parole in 3.
like I said, it shows what money can get you.
Yeah. As far as I saw it, I was like, damn, they
Because
feel like a white person in this.
shout out to my cousin Man. But I got a cousin who got a couple attempted murders, and this nigga doing 28 motherfucking years for attempted.
I want to say big up to Butter who did 26 years and then got acquitted
Ooh.
after 26 years in the joint.
Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm turning my sound down because I can hear Richard talks loud and I can hear him through my mic.
I ain't go front. I thought that was my kids at first.
No, that's Rich and Thad. They loud. That's yeah. So I can hear you, Rich. If you're listening, I can hear y'all. Loud ass.
All right, so moving on from Henry Ruggs, which, by the way, yeah, OJ, you were definitely not the person to say it. Should have paid someone else to say your opinion. But that was not a good look. You got away with murder, uh, or your son did. One of you two. But did you guys hear about Nickelodeon getting the first alternate Super Bowl telecast?
That's
Yeah,
actually gonna
no, I
be
didn't
dope.
hear about that, but that might be pretty fun though. That's dope. Have you ever watched the Nickelodeon game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're a lot of fun.
They are fun.
they're
They
shockingly.
are fun. They're a lot of fun to watch, and I can imagine as a kid it would be even more fun to
And
watch.
shit, Nate, that means Nate Burleson is gonna be calling a Super Bowl.
And you know what else? You know what else was cool about it is that if you're a dad to a little boy or a little girl even, but especially if it's a little boy, of course, who you're encouraging to be a football fan. What a moment that is for you to be able to to share. I get to as a grown man, I get to see the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as a kid, you get to enjoy it with me because they're bringing you into the game too.
Yep.
They're making it fun for the kid. They're making the game I love fun for my son, so that we can watch the game together. Even though he don't really understand it, he likes the slime. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And it's a fun. Nick, that was a
And
genius. Whoever came up with that is a freaking genius. If
and
I had a billion
shit.
dollars, I would give him a million.
Think about it from a money standpoint. Now the Super Bowl commercials are going to be showed on two different channels, on two different broadcasts.
But they may have their own set of Super Bowl commercials. Actually,
They might.
that's a whole different ball game. Now you're talking
Baseball.
about double. Now you're talking about money. How much money is it if I got one set of commercials for the grown folks on ABC and another set of commercials for the kids on Nickelodeon?
Look, Marvel and Disney.
And they're all expensive.
Marvel and Disney's going to jump on that immediately because now they can put two commercials on at the same time on two separate broadcasts promoting their upcoming movie. Where for the regular Super Bowl production, they got the newest teaser, the newest trailer, or the first of an upcoming movie, and then when you go over to Nickelodeon, they're advertising the new toys that comes with that movie.
Budweiser commercials going to be shown on both channels.
What?
Budweiser ain't doing no commercials on Nickelodeon. Come on, man.
Looking like a Bears fan, delusional.
What are you talking about, dude? They ain't about to promote beer to kids. Nigga,
They're not promoting it to the kids.
let's move along, folks.
They're promoting it to the adults that are watching with the kids.
No.
This,
No. Nickelodeon is about the kids.
yeah, all about
That would be irresponsible.
yeah.
That would be irresponsible marketing for both parties.
You can't even get that on Nick at Night.
That would be irresponsible marketing to put beer commercials on Nickelodeon for the kids to watch. That's the purpose of having it there for kids. They don't get all the adult shit.
Yeah. Whereas to like Marvel or Disney, this is a double dips opportunity right here.
I wonder if Janet Jackson gonna show her titties on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
So let's move along.
Instead of a blur,
Let's move along.
with a slime.
Go ahead, Wes.
What's next?
OG, you brought this one to my attention before the show here. Mike Vrabel is allowing his assistant head coach to be the head coach of this upcoming this first preseason game.
Yeah. Big move there. Great move. I think. I think it's very. I think it's very responsible of him to use the platform that he has to say, because it's never been the coaches that's saying my assistant coach is not good enough to be a head coach. It's the owners. And their
Right.
biggest excuse is the lack of experience of head coaching jobs, right? Bieniemy's been, so what? You've been a coordinator for 50 years. You've never been a head coach. Can we trust you, nigga? But he is giving his assistant, his most promising assistant that he thinks deserves a shot as a head coach, he's giving him a shot as a head coach. And that's beautiful. That is how you use your platform. To all you other head coaches out there that got somebody on your sideline that you feel confident in, but you know he's not going to get a shot because of the color of his skin, give him a shot yourself. Now he can walk into an interview and say, yes, I do have experience as a head coach. And not only that, he gets experience as a head coach. He gets to see what it's like to be the head coach.
That means
And it's a wonderful thing, man. I had sound, but the sound was very cluttered with wind noise. Evidently, they set the press conference up outside. But I do have the quote from Mike Vrabel. He said, I think this is a great opportunity for him, for us, and everybody involved. We'll go into the game with things that we think we need to try to get done, and I'm sure he'll try to do that. I'll help where needed. So in other words, he's going to be the assistant coach in this case. He said, but I do think it'll be a great opportunity. It's well deserved, and so this is something I wanted to do. And that is speaking on his defensive line coach and assistant coach, Mr. Terrell Williams, who's going to be the head coach over in the game as they play the Bears. Now it is the Bears, so
Yeah.
not an experience that really matters.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Go ahead. Poo-poo the Bears all you want. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I would like.
We beat the 49ers last year.
How they do in the playoffs? Oh,
We still beat the 49ers.
in the playoffs?
Beat them by
No.
default because God decided to make it rain.
Did the Bears lose twice to the Lions? All right. I'm just saying.
But we beat the 49ers.
In the playoffs?
No. Not in the playoffs.
Who they beat in the playoffs?
Couch.
You hear that, Tim Couch? He calling you out.
Yeah.
Tim Couch got another job.
I wouldn't doubt it.
He's on Good Morning Football.
Oh, I thought
Sure
that's
is.
something like Slumberland.
Yeah, he's on NFL Network. He's actually pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so is Ryan Leaf. Ryan Leaf is surprisingly entertaining on NFL Network.
Well, they were busting the NFL, so
All right, but when it comes to this Mike Vrabel thing, I would like to see someone like Kevin McConnell give Brian Flores the opportunity to do that this preseason as well.
Yeah, and I'd like to see Eric Bieniemy get such an opportunity. Now, there was some-
I'd say Eric Bieniemy before Brian Flores because Brian Flores done already had the opportunities.
but
Remember,
there
he was head coach of the Dolphins.
yeah, he was.
So he's already
It's a
got head
shame that he
coach.
couldn't get another job when
Yeah.
guys like Hackett can. Anyway, there was some controversy with Bieniemy as well this week.
Yeah. Said he's working people too hard.
Yeah, there was some guy that he was too hard on guys and everything like that. And the coach came out originally and spoke against him, and then he came back and amended it and said, "Hey, I told the players that came to me to go talk to him, and it's all been squashed and it's all good, and he's a great coach, and he squashed it. He scaled it back. He took a step back on it.
Yeah.
Controversy that he was reminiscent of Matt Patricia in Detroit.
From all the reports I've seen about it, that's why they brought him in there, is to change the culture and to make people work.
Yeah, but there's still a way to do things because again, that same thing can be said about Matt Patricia in Detroit, and it didn't work. All he did was ran people out of town.
Yeah.
True. So we got some new signings this week. We got Danielle Hunter re-signed with the Vikings. The Bears went and got Mercedes Lewis, tight end, former Packer, and defensive end Yannick Ngakwe. I had to remember how to say his name. The Lions picked up Teddy Bridgewater. Other than that, there's been some meetings. Kareem Hunt met with the Saints yesterday, and then today he met with the Colts, leaving both without a contract. And there's supposedly more interest with him or for him out there. I know Minnesota's one of those teams. Not sure who else there could be. Jonathan Taylor requested his trade. Is on the physically unable to perform list as well with an ankle injury.
Now I have a question on that, and this is relevant. I've been noticing a lot of people running from Jonathan Taylor because of that situation. Are you running from Jonathan Taylor because of that situation? What's your take?
I think he's finna pull a Le'Veon Bell. So yeah, I'm 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 skeptical on picking him up for that reason.
I saw Jonathan Taylor as more of a, if he's there in the second round, I'll grab him. But he wasn't really on my radar in the first place because I expect someone else to pick it.
Okay. I haven't. He's been high on a lot of my lists. I'm a little leery. I've picked him up a lot of times because I said eventually he plays, and I'm gonna have a freaking jewel that I found later in the draft than I should have found him. Some of my drafts as of late, I've been kind of changing my tune because I don't like the direction the Jonathan Taylor conversation with the Colts is going. So therefore, I've been kind of a lot more skeptical in the drafts that I've had recently than I had been previously. Again, another situation that I monitor week to week. But I've been noticing a lot of people tap dancing away from that dude.
Well, just in case he decides he doesn't want to play, I do pay attention to the story because that affects possibilities as far as Colts running backs we could take off the board. One of them not being Zach Moss, who broke his arm last week. He's expected to be out for 6 weeks. But other than that, I can't really name you any other Colts running backs.
Exactly. So, all right. That's all I had on that, man. I don't have nothing else on those. I'm picking up bums don't really
Yeah,
interest me much. I ain't gonna do nothing with the defensive end. I ain't doing nothing with Teddy Bridgewater and nobody else you named.
especially Sony Michelle, who just retired as a Ram.
Good for him.
But these two people could affect you. Zeke, who recently visited with the Patriots last week, has some more interest coming from the Jets right now.
All right.
And the Cowboys have claimed that they have not shut the door on picking him back up.
Well, I knew that. They never did.
No.
I think
No, they never did.
I think he's gonna end up back on the Cowboys.
Yep, and he's gonna play the backup role to Tony Pollard this time.
I'm okay with that. Because they don't have a clear number two right now. They'll kind of
I could see that. I could see him ending up back on the Cowboys personally.
yeah.
And I saw it from get go, and then I saw a few names pop up that I thought were interesting. But I'm going back. But now I think all roads are leading back to the Cowboys because that's where he wants to be. He wants to be in Dallas.
Yeah.
It makes it very hard for somebody else to say no, come here. If the Cowboys still got him on the radar, he still think there's a chance I can get there. Then I think he will.
I agree. Uh, Dalvin Cook, another free agent running back out there, visited with the
Jets, Jets, Jets.
visited with him last week, and then it came out he left without a contract. And the latest that I've seen within the last few hours is that uh, he is not on the same page with the Jets currently.
Jets. Have you seen Hard Knocks?
Not yet.
I will be tonight.
Okay.
I plan on watching it tonight.
Okay. All right. All right. What else you got, man? I don't give a fuck about these has-beens. What else you got going on, man? We getting late. We're getting late. You got to recall, I'm on fumes, man. I can't do boring stories.
Joe Burrow
Joe Burrow's
is out at least until week 1.
Oh, who cares?
But
out until week 1. What kind of shit is that? What the fuck I care? I don't care about preseason.
Jamar Chase is actually is actually advocating for him to stay out longer.
I think that's more of a move to
And
keep.
in real news,
All right. Isaiah. But Isaiah Pacheco and Kadarius Tony are coming back by week 1, but that doesn't matter.
coming
Travis,
back by week 1, that's not news. That means they're not missing any time.
exactly.
I mean, what we acting like preseason is important for players that's established. Come on, man. Preseason is. I don't even like preseason football. I think they should go straight into the games like college does.
All right, so we got injury news for so doesn't really affect fantasy, but it is significant if you do play IDP. Jalen Ramsey is out until December. He just got a full meniscus repair, and he's been making the most of his time currently while healing by impressing his coaches with being a mentor to the young cornerback group they have there in Miami. Which tells me Jalen Ramsey is actually starting to mature. Other than that, we got Alvin Kamara 3-game suspension. Not really worth mentioning because it's just 3 games at the beginning of the year.
Um, I like Camaro, but I don't love him. Um, those 3 games don't bother me none.
No,
They don't bother me as much as 6 games with Jamison Williams. However, he's going to be on somebody's waiver wire.
Yep.
He's out there now on some waiver wires, and he's been looking pretty freaking good.
yeah,
He's been looking good at practice in these because they practiced against the Giants this week, and I'm telling you, JMO looks pretty fucking strong.
Hmm.
But you know who's been turning the shit out?
who's that?
Jameer Gibbs.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We all been hyping him up throughout the
His
offseason.
stock may go up this week. His stock may go up this week. These I like these mixed practices where they practice against other teams. You get a lot of information.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His stock may go up. JMO's stock is JMO and Jameer Gibbs' stock is both going up, but Jameer Gibbs is skyrocketing right now.
yeah,
No, they can't fuck with him. They just can't get this dude down.
Damn.
He's got they what was being realized by the fans that didn't watch Alabama and don't understand the dynamic of Alabama is that this guy has speed and he is thunder and lightning. He has speed and power.
hmm,
He is head down knocking people over and then running away. Jameer Gibbs is the truth.
yeah.
Jameer Gibbs is the truth, man.
Uh, bro, I got one other injury for you.
All right.
Chase Claypool appears to have a pulled hamstring.
Oh,
What team he on?
The Bears.
Am I surprised that he got to bring up? Oh, I got one more. Oh, the Bears.
No, it's a significant injury because a lot of people might have Chase Claypool on their boards.
yeah, but why?
Nobody got no Bears on their boards.
Okay.
I ain't gonna front. I got DJ Moore, but I am not looking at no damn Chase Claypool. Chase Claypool, first of all, his first injury this season was his fucking attitude.
But I'm gonna say this about Chase. Chase is falling into that place where he's low enough on my top 200 where he could get legislated out pretty easily on a week to week basis. He's one of those, what new information do I have this week kind of guys. And that says whether or not he's even in the mix. If I don't get Chase, I don't give a fuck. I
Okay.
really don't. He's a bench player. He's a bench guy. But thanks for playing. Um,
Got one more injury report.
okay, one more, man. I gotta go, y'all.
JK's back.
I partied yesterday from noon till 2 a.m. and then was up at 6 to go to work this morning. I'm on fumes. I can't do boring stories.
All right, this is it. This is the last thing we got. And this just came out a couple hours ago. And that's J.K. Dobbins is expected to be returning to practice really soon. They're expecting by the end of this week.
Another guy that everybody's been running from, and I have not been running from J.K. Dobbins
At all.
because everybody that talks football, nobody is questioning whether or not he's there. They all talk about him like he's something that they consider a part of what you have to consider when you talk about the Ravens. So therefore, to me, that said, he ain't going nowhere. He'll be there. They know something we don't know. And if they're saying, we got to, monitor this and you monitor that, then I'll say, okay, I'm a little leery. But if they just saying, yeah, this year they got Odell, they got Bateman, they got Dobbins, they got this, I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with that motherfucker. They know.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was doing that. Everybody would just throw his name out there like it's not a factor. So I said, it's not a factor. He is not. He sat on my boards where he was supposed to sit, and I left him right there every time. And I got him in a lot of leagues. I've got him in fact, one league, uh, somebody dumped him, and I picked him up. Somebody from SWV
Okay.
dumped him, and I picked him up out the waiver wire because it was too early. It was too early to make that decision, in my opinion. So I was just like, thank you. I'll rock with him. Can we wrap this up, man? I gotta go.
That's all I got for you guys this week.
Oh God, thank you. Y'all don't understand how tired I am, man. And I gotta take Rich all the way downtown before I can crash. Man, it's been a lot of fun. It really has. And I hope y'all got some good information. And I hope I was awake enough I have no idea what I said. So I hope I was awake enough to make at least one or two good points. That said, man, I wish y'all luck in your drafts. We got a lot of drafts coming up. I know it's fantasy football draft season right now, baby. It's almost time. So make sure that you get all your information, keep your ducks in a row, and get out there and get ready to kick Jabo's ass. That's your boy OG Tim Wilson. On behalf of the Nasty Boys, Big Ed and Ways, we out of here like last year. Catch y'all. Peace.
Peace.